Hey guys, this is Mr. H. This is problem number 53 from the Regents review packet. This is going to be the last question I do tonight. It's kind of getting late and I'm getting tired, but I'm going to wrap up with this one. What we have here is we have a quadratic equation and they want us to solve algebraically for W. They want us to find the zeros or the roots and they want us to do it algebraically. So, and they want us to round those to the nearest 100. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it two ways. You can graph it and find the solutions, but we can also nSolve because it's an equation and it has one variable. But if we nSolve it and we put and this one has two solutions because it's a quadratic. It has an exponent of 2, so it has two solutions. So you guys should give both solutions. You got to round it properly. If you do that, you're going to get 1 point. This is a 2-point question. You're going to get 50% of the credit. Now, if you mess up anything, if you mess up the rounding, if you only give one solution, you're probably not going to get a point. Now, that's if you just use nSolve. Now, if you use the quadratic formula, you are going to get full credit. So I'm going to do it using nSolve, and then I'm also going to do it using the quadratic formula. All right, so nSolve first. nSolve is the easy one. So let's go get the calculator. And very first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go nSolve, mean 31. We're going to put this in. So it's going to be 4W squared plus 12W minus 44 equal, oops, that's supposed to be a W, not a P. W, and it equals 0. Now, okay, and then we're just going to put comma, and we're solving for W. Boom, that's one of the answers. We need to round it to the hundreds place. That's the 4. That's the 4. So if you look to the right, that's a 0. That's less than 5. So we're just going to write this as 2.14. So if I go over here, one of the answers or one of the zeros, one of the roots is going to be 2.14. And now I need to find the other one. And the way that I find the other one is I'm going to give the calculator a different starting place. So let's go here, and inside we're going to go equals 100, press enter, and it's still the same thing. So now I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to change that to a negative 100. So I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to start to search. Press enter, and it found the other one. So here are my two solutions, 2.14, and this one's going to be a negative 5.14. So if I go to the iPad, and I write negative 5.14. Now, if this is all I do using nSolve, this is 1 point. I rounded it properly. I used nSolve. I found both the solutions. This would be 50% of the points. And that's not bad. Get every point you can. Now, if you want to get full credit, this is how you need to do it. You've got to use that quadratic formula. And remember, the quadratic formula is going to be on the reference sheet, so you don't have to memorize it. You just got to use it. So we're going to do 4AC over 2A. Now, to find the A, B, and C, we just take the coefficients. So A, oops, let me do this. I'm going to move this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to move it. So I'm going to take this. And I'm going to move it down. And now I'm going to take this. The leading coefficient is 4. So that's going to be A equals 4, B equals 12, C equals a negative 44. That's it. So all we're going to do is we're going to replace the letters with those numbers. So it's going to be a negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 12 squared minus 4 times 4, because that's the A, times a negative 44. And then that's all going to be over 2 times 4. Now, this is important. You gotta put the numbers in where the variables are. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to store these numbers, and we're just going to use the calculator to come up with the 2 roots. Actually, all we really need to do now is just go down here. By the way, this should be W, not X, since they gave us W. So now we already know what the answers are. So if we go down here and go W equals 2.14, and if we do W equals a negative 5.14, even though we found those answers using nSolve, we know they're the right answers. And now that we've used the quadratic formula, then we get 2 points. We get a point for this, and we get a point for the correct answer. That's all you have to do. That's it. That's all you have to do. So even though you're supposed to do it algebraically, which means you're supposed to use the quadratic formula, you can actually find the answers using nSolve. And then you just take the coefficients and you plug them in, and you're done. This one is a pretty simple question. That's it, guys. You don't have to do anything more than that. All right, let me stop this and post it.